Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about visitor design patterns. These are the contents we are going to discuss. First of all, we'll discuss about what are design patterns and their types. Then we'll move on to visitor design patterns, and with the help of example, I'll try to explain how visitor design patterns are used. So, what basically design patterns are actually, they are reusable solutions that we apply to our commonly occurring problems in software designing. Is someone speaking something? So generally, design patterns, as I have said, they are reusable solutions to commonly occurring problems in software designing. They are not actually code, but they are a template which tell us how to solve a specific problem or how we can solve a problem in a what is the actual path that we can follow to solve our problem. They also could help us to create. They are really helpful in creating clean code, which is maintainable, and we can also alter the code afterwards without any effects on the existing code. That means it helps us to create loosely coupled code. Actually, why do we need design pattern is we always want that if once we have finished
Hello.
it's on unmute, I think.
Kshitij, can you please mute your?
So why do we always want to create a code? We always want that our code should be flexible, so that if afterwards we want to make some modifications or if we want to add new functionality to our code, we can do it easily without modifying our existing code. This is where design patterns always become savior, and they help always saves us because they have already we are already clean. We are already defined how what we have to do and how we have to implement our code so that further modifications are easily integrated. So these are design patterns. There are a large number of design patterns which are broadly classified into three categories. That is creational design pattern, structural, and behavioral design patterns. Now we'll go one by one what all these are in detail. So creational design pattern, actually they're basically concerned with how objects are created. And they are basically used whenever we want to make some decision at the time of instantiation of the class. When objects of the class are created, we want to define a specific path to them, or we want to do something that at that time creational design patterns are used. The design patterns which fall into these categories are factory design pattern, abstract factory design pattern, prototype design pattern, and many other design patterns which fall into this category. The next category of design patterns is structural design pattern. Structural design pattern, they basically are concerned with how our classes and objects are integrated together, or, or how the relationships are between the classes is maintained, so that if we further want to expand them or add some new functionality, it is easily done. They simplify when we assemble our objects and classes into large structure. They help us to keep these structures flexible and efficient. This is where structural design patterns are basically helpful. Various design patterns which come into this category are adapter pattern, bridge pattern, flyweight pattern, and many other patterns, design patterns which fall into this category. The next design pattern category is behavioral design pattern. And the central idea is very simple here, that we want to focus on the interconnection between the objects. We want to focus how objects are interconnected so that they should be easily loosely coupled, so that they can easily connect with each other without affecting the functionality of other objects. This also comprises of various design patterns such as chain of responsibility pattern, command pattern, iterator pattern, mediator pattern. Then today we are going to discuss about visitor design pattern. So what basically visitor design pattern is actually used. It is used when you want to perform some operation on group of similar kind of objects. The objects are of similar types, but we want to perform different operations with the help of different objects. So at that time we use visitor design patterns. They are also helpful when we want to define a new operation without making modifications to the existing objects or existing object structure. At that time, visitor design pattern help us a lot. They are also they also help us in moving our operational logic of the objects to another classes. That means we move our logic, business logic from our instantiation of objects. At that time, visitor design patterns are really useful. They actually change the executing algorithm of our element class. We have different types of visitor objects, and based on what type of object is used to call the class, different types of execution paths are selected. At that time, visitor design patterns are actually useful. They basically use they actually have two main elements, that is visit method and accept method. Visit method is implemented by the visitor class, what we use, and then accept method is used, which we will see further in the example, how we are using both these methods with the help of example. This is the example which we are going to see. This is a very simple example which explains how our visitor design patterns are helpful. So as you can see, there is an interface, computer part interface, which is having accept method. This interface just gives the definition of accept method, and it accepts an object of type computer part visitor, which is our visitor class. This keyboard, mouse, monitor, and computer, these are the implementing classes of our interface, which gives implementation of accept method according to their needs. Whatever they need, they can specify in these methods. We have made this computer method. We have integrated all these objects into this array of in this implementing class, so that we need to call only this class. Then we have this. This is our visitor class, which we call a visitor class, computer part interface. Actually, this is an interface which just gives the definition of visit method with different types of arguments, such as all types of visitor objects that it can accept. Then this is the implementing class, computer part display, which will actually give the implementation of these visit methods. And through our main class, we can actually use all of these classes, which you'll see with the help of example. So if we'll go step by step, then we can see, first of all, we have this interface, computer part interface, which is giving definition of accept method, just specifying that it will accept an object of computer part visitor, that is a visitor class. And then these are the implementing classes, keyboard class, which just gives the implementation of accept class. It gives a call to visit method of the visitor with the help of this object that it had received. Similarly, we have created our other implementation classes, such as monitor class, same implementation, and mouse. Now our last implementation class is computer class. Here we have here also we have accept method, but actually what we are doing, we are integrating other implementation. We are creating an array which is holding objects of other implementing class, such as keyboard, mouse, and monitor. And then through this single method, we are giving call to all accept method of all these classes, keyboard, monitor, and mouse. And at last, we are giving a call to visit method of computer class. So this is one part. Now, next we have created a computer part visitor, which is a visitor class. This gives the definition of visit method, and just the definition with different, here we use polymorphism. We are having 4 visit method with different types of arguments, such as computer object, mouse, keyboard, and monitor. And this is the implementing class, computer part display visitor, which will actually implement the visit method. And here we have simple logic. We are simply printing from which visit method we are displaying this line. We have a simple print statement. We have different types of visit implementation of different visit methods. This is the implementing class of visitor. Now with the help of main method, main method, it is very easy. We have just created an object of computer part, that is our which stores reference of computer class. Because from computer class we have called all other methods, that's why we have created only single object. And now with the help of this method, we are creating calling the accept method of computer class, which will actually with argument of this visitor class, which will actually call every method and visit method of every other classes. Now we run this. we can see what basically it does. Whenever when we call this accept method of computer class, it will first of all call in return it will call accept method of mouse, keyboard, and monitor class, which in return calls visit method of their respective classes. For example, if we go to keyboard class, it will call visit method of keyboard class. And then we have given implementation here. It will print line displaying from computer, displaying from keyboard specifically. So this is the output. So this is where visitor design button helps. This is very simple logic, but we can use it to create more complex business logics. And they are really helpful in that case. This was it. I think if anyone has any doubt. Okay, so I think I can stop recording.